Good afternoon, St. Charles West. This is Kyle McBride in the booth with Warrior Vision, and we've got a classic matchup of Duchesne versus St. Charles West. There's a lot of bad blood in this matchup here. Used to be regular competitors until the competitive, and then the also Catholic divisions changed. Now less common matchup once a year, and both teams want this victory. Duchesne swings it around the top. Resetting at the top, trying to find something. Doesn't look like we've got much movement. We need some offensive creation. Looking for passes on the high post. Got a pump fake. Brings it back around. Another reset. Now let's see if Duchesne can get something going. They're driving baseline. That's out of bounds. It's going back to Duchesne here. Olivia McCracken to take the throw in. She finds number 25 at the top of the key. And we're back at the top. Swings it to number 40 on the corner. Back at the high post, McCracken. Up top, long skip pass, pump fake drive. Back up top, that's a three-pointer. And it is off. Rebound for St. Charles West now. They're pushing transition. Brooks filling the lane. Trying to find something. Moving the ball at the top of the key. Finding Brooke on the wing. Back to the top. And that's a three-point for St. Charles West, and she hits it. Whatever you can do, we can do better. Caitlin Weinrich with the deep three. Duchesne looking to beat the press. They get it up past half. They find McCracken in the corner. McCracken with the corner three. Clanks off the back rim. St. Charles West again pushing in transition, looking for quick points. That's Brooke in the post. Oh, she fights for the offensive rebound, doesn't get it. Duchesne's looking to bring it back up. Another high post. Looks like we've got a tie up. That's a jump ball. Oh, looks like we've got a foul called. Foul is on number 11, Addie Brock. Looked like it might have been a tied up jump ball. I didn't see any possession, but looks like it's Duchesne ball. Duchesne still seeing little movement. They're still trying to work that high post. Some creation. That's a long mid-range jumper. No rim, and that's a jump ball. Tied up. Looks like it's going to be St. Charles West ball coming out. Addison Seiler checking in. Olivia McCracken to throw the ball in for Duchesne. The Pioneers looking for something. They find number 40 in the corner. St. Charles West is fighting for those 50-50 balls. They want those loose balls. We want transition points. It's easy offense. Get a steal. Defense creates it. Duchesne drives. That's a baseline jumper off the top of the rim. It's a rebound. St. Charles West again running in transition. Tipped pass out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be St. Charles West ball underneath the basket. Brooke Wilson loses the ball on the post. Duchesne with the quick pickup. Looking to move it up the floor. Again, they set up the ball on the wing. That's a skip pass to the other side. Intercepted. She's looking to take it coast to coast. And the foul called. Looks like we got 2 shots coming up for the Warriors. Alyssa Coffey with 2 shots for St. Charles West. And the first one is no good. Clanking off the back of the rim. The score right now is 8-0. St. Charles West in the lead. And that's another point. Make it 9. Duchesne really needs to get something going. They need a quick spark on offense. And they're just fighting to beat the press at this point. Looking for a high screen and a strip. That's another steal. The St. Charles West Warriors looking to slow it down. Finds an open girl on the wing. It's a deep 3, and she hits it again. That is 2 tonight. It looks like we've got a block on Coffey in the front court. Looks like Duchesne's going to be bringing it out from the side. Pioneers bring it up, looking for a spark on offense. Swinging around, looking to create from the wing. They find a free throw line. Passes on the jumper, decides to drive, and cannot get past Brooke Wilson. She said, no, that is my ball. She's just a wall on defense. Looks like there's a little bit of a loose ball, and we've got a travel called. Pioneers ball going the other way. Duchesne looking to get into the front court. They find a long pass. Number 32 to the corner. No one's covering her. St. Charles West says we don't need to put a hand up. Pushing it in transition again. Fakes the 3, drives, finds Brooke in the paint. She's backing her down, back on the perimeter. Coffey trying to find something. Back high post to Wilson. Another cross. There it is. That's another 3-pointer for St. Charles West. They look like they cannot miss from behind the arc. And a quick steal. And the lay-in for Coffey. Those are easy points. Easy points. 3-and-D basketball we're seeing being played here by the Warriors. They're taking good shots, and they're making sure that they're smart shots. A very high field goal percentage tonight for the Lady Warriors. The Pioneers driving baseline. Reverse layup, and it's off the glass. That's a rebound for St. Charles West. They're pushing transition. Find her in the corner. That's a 3. And it's long, just over Brooke Wilson's head. Looks like it's out of bounds. It's going to be St. Charles West ball. Looks like we've got a sub coming in for Duchesne and St. Charles West. Checking in for the Warriors, we've got Jordan Lewis. Sarah Picorni also checking in, as well as Michaela Chowning. Looks like we've got a couple of seniors in here looking to create. Bringing Sarah in off the bench. She's been a strong 6-man for the Warriors so far this year. Looks like we've got a foul on number 15. Another 2 shots coming up from the Warriors from the charity stripe. And the second shot's up. And it's good. Those are free points. Those are free points. We'll take those. Duchesne looking like they really got to think and get creative to beat this St. Charles West press, and they are just not letting up. 18-0, the current score with 1:14 left to go in the first. St. Charles West swinging around the perimeter, looking to create offense. That's a perimeter drive. Oh, off the underside of the rim. Good old rim stuff. It's Warriors ball going the other way. Drives in, swings out. Back across, top of the key. We're looking to drive, and that's a floater. Just short. Pioneers ball. 46 seconds on the clock. Mid-range jumper. Offensive rebound. Puts it back up. Michaela Chowning with the rebound. Warriors looking to create the other way. Jordan Lewis in the corner. That's 3. Off the top of the backboard. Out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be Pioneers ball. Checking in for the St. Charles West Warriors, number 1, Lily Jackson. Looks like we've got 3 up front looking to press, and we've got Michaela Chowning back trying to anchor the defense in case the Pioneers can break this press, but it really doesn't look like they're going to be able to. Oh, she passes. Jordan Lewis is trying to lock her up. Those are clamps right there. Clamps out of bounds. Oh, we've got a block called on the play. Looks like it's going to be Pioneers ball on the side. Can't hate a little physical defense now, can you? Pioneers got it in the corner. Jordan Lewis said, let's just take the ball back anyway. That's a jump ball. It's going to be St. Charles West ball. Oh. All right, looks like we're getting ready to go here. Picorni throwing the ball in. St. Charles West spreading the floor. They're not looking too bunched up. That's one problem I think the Pioneers are having tonight, is they're just really, really bunched up on the offensive end. They don't really have enough space to create, and it's just too easy for our big defenders to shut them down. They haven't really had any good opportunities. The score at the end of the first quarter, 18-0. St. Charles West with the lead. And we're back with St. Charles West Warriors basketball. Looks like we're starting the second quarter here. Duchesne down 18-0. See if they can create anything else here in the first quarter. Their current field goal percentage on the night is 0. The Pioneers looking like they've got a platoon swap on the floor. Whole group of girls coming out for the second quarter. Pioneers continue to swing it around the perimeter, just looking for something. Their motion offense just leaves no one underneath the basket. They're all pushing towards the top. And it's just creating a great wall for the St. Charles West Warriors that the Duchesne Pioneers cannot and have not gotten over tonight. And I think the biggest piece of that wall is St. Charles Warriors' Brooke Wilson. She's one of the biggest girls out on the court. Her rim protecting ability is impeccable. Active hands on defense, and she's just so good in the post, nobody can slow her down. If her back is turned to you, you might as well get out of the way because that's 2 points. The Warriors with the skip pass. Back to the top of the key. Looking around, Brooke at the high post. Out to Coffee in the corner. Wilson back down in the post. Quick passing. I like to see that. That's a good shot. Good shot. Those are supposed to fall. Keep taking those. The Pioneers still looking for those first 2 points of the night. Olivia McCracken trying to get it from the baseline. Swings it out. That's tipped by Coffee back in the Pioneers' hands. Pulls up with the floater, and it falls. That is 2 points for the Pioneers. Their first 2 on the night, coming with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Now the Warriors looking to fire back after giving up their first 2 points of the night. Perfect game so far until that point. Brooke gets it on the high post, swings it back around. She drives baseline, kicks it out, hesitates. That's a 3, and it is in. Again, the St. Charles West Warriors are good from 3. That is 3 on the night, just from deep. Only missing 1 or 2 threes for the entire quarter, and Olivia McCracken with the 3-point attempt. Bounces around the rim, decides it's not going home today. Now, the crossover at the top, the move, Euro, oh, looks like there's some contact. No call, Warriors retain possession. Saves it from going back court. Duchesne tries to get it, Coffee gets it back. That's a steal for a steal for a steal right there. Brooke in the post, bounces off her hands into McCracken's. Pioneers take it the other way. Pioneers swing around. Another 3-point attempt from Olivia McCracken, and that is good. That is 1 for 4 on the night. She is 25% from deep. Warriors trying to get a pass out, and that's intercepted. Pioneers hold it at the top. She's trying to drive, loses it. It's a picked up ball. Swings it up top. Top of the key to McCracken. McCracken again. Schultenheim drives. Layup off the backboard. No rim into the hands of Brooke Wilson. Coffee pushes it up the other side. That is fast basketball. Open player in the corner. Pump fake. Pick. Brooke Wilson. No foul called, but she gets the rebound anyway. Puts it back up again. She wants those points. She is fighting for that ball. She is not having this. Warriors looking to continue their shutdown night on defense. 5 points allowed tonight by the St. Charles West Warriors. To remind you, there are 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in this second quarter until halftime. Duchesne finds her in the post, isolated, and she's up and blocked. Up the court, a long pass. Finds Coffee in the corner, wants the 3. Takes the step, the floater, and that is good. Nothing but net for Coffee on the floor. Alyssa Coffee with a lot of creative potential. She's doing a lot from the wing. She can drive, she can pull up, and that floater is impeccable. High post. That's another 3-pointer, and that is long. That's 1 for 5 for her on the night. 5 points for Duchesne, 23 for the Lady Warriors. Coffee up top. That's a cut. Power dribble up, easy 2 points. Coffee to block. That's a combo I like to see, and I think we're going to see more of for the rest of tonight. This might be a long second half for the Duchesne Pioneers. It's going to be a quick one for the St. Charles West Warriors. Looks like there's a timeout on the floor. The Pioneers looking to regroup, hopefully find something to do about this impeccable Warriors defense. The great wall, Brooke Wilson checking off the floor, stepping on Michaela Chowning. She will be our resident shot blocker and paint protector until Brooke returns. On the floor, right now we have point guard number 1, Lily Jackson. Number 30, Jordan Lewis. Number 20, Sarah Picorni. Number 33, Michaela Chowning. Jackson with the hand up in the corner. That's no good. Chowning with the board. They don't need Brooke Wilson to do it. Picorni got it in the corner, swings it to block. Block to Jackson. Lewis back to Lily. Lily drives. It's a hesitation. She wanted that shot. Michaela holds up to Lily Jackson. The three. Oh, that's off the rim. The big board for Michaela Chowning. Off the rim again. Another offensive rebound. And it rolls around the basket and falls. That's an and one for Michaela Chowning and the St. Charles West Warriors. They're 27-5, the current score, with 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball here at the St. Charles West Warriors basketball. Another easy charity stripe point. Duchesne just looking like they cannot create right now. The Warriors' defensive rotations are quick, and they have a hand up on every shot. The only open shots I've seen the Pioneers take have been pretty poor ones. Ooh, and a shoulder put down. No call, no block, no charge. And that's a baseline drive, and she bounce passes it to the other team. Michaela Chowning with the steal. That's a crossover. Out of bounds, Pioneers ball. No foul called. Again for the Warriors. The one-handed crossover, steps back. Got it at the top of the key. Duchesne's just looking really eager to get rid of the ball and give it to someone else. They just need to step up and take some confident, smart shots like that one from mid-range, off the back of the rim. Jordan Lewis with the quick rebound, hustling up the floor, coast to coast. Ooh, a good pass, but it's just picked off. Sarah Picorni looking for the easy points at the end of that one. The baseline drive, that's blocked. Oh, we've got a foul called. We've got a foul called. 2 shots coming up for the Pioneers. And the first basket good for the Pioneers. Second shot from the charity stripe coming up. And that clanks off the front of the rim. Michaela Chowning with the rebound. Warriors pushing it up. Lewis set up in the corner. Lily Jackson takes it. The drop to Lewis. Lewis puts it just over, off of Picorni's hands, back off the Pioneers. It's going to be West ball underneath. Pioneers taking the ball up the floor the other way. Pioneers swinging it around. 35 in the corner. That's a high post pass. The handoff. Oh, and a block by Michaela Chowning. And a little flamboyant response from the Pioneers. It's going to be the Pioneers' ball underneath the basket. We've got a screen, open three, and it falls. Another three for the St. Duchesne Pioneers. That is now 9 points. 9 points, 2 3-pointers, 1 free throw, and 1 mid-range jumper. Picorni pulls up a little long right into the hands of Michaela Chowning. You could call it a pass. Brock with the crossover to Lily. Lily back up top. Jordan Lewis drives. That's a floater and in with contact. You could argue that's an and one. Right at the buzzer. What timing. The St. Charles West Warriors are currently leading the Duchesne Pioneers 30-9. This is Kyle McBride. I'll see you at the beginning of the second half. Welcome back to St. Charles West Warriors basketball. We've got the Pioneers versus the Warriors, and the current score is 30-9 at the beginning of this second half. The Warriors have been playing an aggressive basketball tonight with a lot of steals and a lot of points in transition, as well as knocking down those open three-pointers just to pad that lead a little bit more. We've seen a great game from Madison Coffey and Addison Block, both of them playing very well together, a lot of chemistry there. They're a great 1-2 punch. Now Duchesne trying to work it around the corner. There's that physical defense from Coffey. Duchesne swinging it around. That's Duchesne on the wing. Got a back cut. Nothing doing. The high screen. Falling jumper, and it's no good off the backboard. Duchesne recovers it, though. She finds herself in the corner trying to make something happen. They swing it back around top. That's tipped. Warriors pushing transition again. Coffey with it on the key. Right back to her, and that's a Duchesne interception. Taking it back the other way. The quick transition, layup underneath, that's 2 points. Duchesne looking like they're ready to come out a little bit more aggressive, not just going to lay down and let this happen. They're going to fight. And that's a three-pointer for the Warriors. Foul called, 3 shots coming up from the charity stripe. And 1 is good. First of 3. That's 1 of 2. Brooke Wilson jumped for the rebound. Forgot there were 3 coming up on this one. She's smiling. Looks like the Warriors are having a good night. Playing fun, fundamental basketball. Their brand of basketball. And that is 2 for 3 from the line. Duchesne with the quick give and go. St. Charles West not letting them beat the press easy. Just barely gets it past in time, and they're still pressuring. The Warriors with a steal, falling out of bounds. Falls to Duchesne. That's a mid-range jumper. Clanks off the front of the rim. Coffey fights for it, and that's a player control foul. Looks like it's going to be Duchesne ball underneath. And that is 2 fouls tonight for Alyssa Coffey. Duchesne flashing, cutting. That's 5 seconds. Another turnover for Duchesne, and that's going to be St. Charles West ball coming out. Didn't even need a steal for that one. Brooke in the post, puts it up. She's staying on it. We got a foul called. Looks like it's going to be on Brooke Wilson. Brooke drops back to protect the paint. She's not letting anyone score tonight. Nothing has come easy for these Duchesne Pioneers team tonight. Brooke still not letting up with the big hands, quick reflexes, and the easy rebound. We take it back the other way. That's up and in with the and one. What a play. Mia Nicastro with the basket. And here's the following shot from the charity stripe to make it 3. And that is nothing but net, confirming the and one. That's a 3-point play. And another quick steal. Coffey throws it up. Oh, I thought it was an alley-oop. She might have dunked it. Oh, there's Coffey in the corner. They're giving them a lot of room on those opposite sides for those skip passes. Goes up strong. That's 2 shots coming up. Number 11, Addie Block at the line. Looking for another 2 shots. Looking for another 2 points to pad this Warriors lead. The current score is 35-11. St. Charles West. And Addie Block hits the first one of 2. And Duchesne just putting their head down and running. And that's an offensive foul called. It's going to be the St. Charles West Warriors ball at half. Duchesne does not know what to do about this press that St. Charles West is putting up. They just got to put their heads down and run. And if it's a charge, it's a charge. Long attempt. Looking for a foul. It's a no call. Duchesne with the quick run up the floor. Layup off the rim. It's no good. St. Charles West pushing it in transition the opposite way. The hesitation, step and drive. She pulls back. That's deep, and that is good. You cannot leave her open. You need a hand up on the perimeter. Duchesne still looking confused on what to do with this St. Charles West pressure. Swinging it around the top. No movement underneath. Very little movement at all, really. The Duchesne Pioneers just look lost out there. That's a 3 off the rim. Easy rebound for the Warriors. And they are sprinting the opposite way. No holds bar. They are here to win. There's Coffee. Block. 3. Oh, off the rim. Duchesne Pioneers looking to dribble around the top of the perimeter and I guess find an open shot or drive baseline, but really it's not been working. They've been swinging the ball high, a lot of quick passes, couple skip passes, and just a lot of driving floaters. Really not much they can do to get past St. Charles West's offense. It's just points like those that make this really, really a hard team to play against. And it's really showing here that the Pioneers are struggling to get creative when it's crunch time. The Warriors have got their offense figured out, and they cannot do anything about it. A stuff for Brooke Wilson. Looks like the foul is called. Brooke doesn't look like she agrees with that, and I don't know if I do either. Two shots from the charity stripe for the Pioneers. First one clanks off the front of the rim. And we've got a platoon swap for the St. Charles West Warriors. All 5 players coming off the floor. Checking on is number 20, Sarah Picorni. Number 1, Lily Jackson. Number 12, Mia LaCour and Michaela Chowning. Number 33. The second shot is good for the Pioneers. That's 1 of 2 from the charity stripe there. And Lily Jackson to bring the ball up. Freshman for the St. Charles West Warriors with the crossover. Sets up on the corner. Swings to LaCour. LaCour to Lewis. Jackson in the corner. That is money from 3. First shot of the night, and it is good. Nothing but net. Warriors try to fire back with their own, and it is no good. Baseline drive. Throws it up, and that's Michaela Chowning with the rebound. Finds Lily high. She's driving. Pulls up at the top of the key. Hesitates, finds Lewis. Lewis to Picorni. No one with a hand for Lewis. She puts it up. It's no good. Chowning with the hustle board. Still with it. Duchesne just keeps it from going out of bounds. As Duchesne pushes it the other way, it looks like the only space they have to create is space outside the three-point line. The St. Charles West Warriors 2-3 defense keeps the wings covered, your perimeter hands up, and they really can't drive with another big hand behind them. Just like that, Michaela Chowning able to play help defense. Jordan Lewis just brings it right back up the other way. It's a baseline drive. Travel. It's going the other way. Now Duchesne really needs to have somebody step up and take some confident, smart shots here. Otherwise, it looks like it's going to be more of the same. Contested threes and bad floaters. That was an open three, and it is good. That's what I was talking about. That's a confident shot from number 40 for the Duchesne Pioneers. Lily Jackson faces up. Quick crossover drive, floater off the back of the rim. Chowning with the hustle rebound, and 2 points. Easy, just give Lily the assist on that one. The Pioneers just swinging the ball across the perimeter, hoping to find someone open. There's a shot. Clanks off the rim, another board for Chowning. Jackson pushes it up on the opposite side. Hesitates, drives, finds Chowning. Chowning with the pull, finds Lewis LaCour. Back to Jackson with the drive, pull up, kick out. Hope it's off LaCour. A little bit of referee interference, maybe? Nope, we're going to give them the over and back Pioneers ball. The score is 47-15 with time running down here in the third quarter. 33 seconds left on the clock as Duchesne spits the ball out top of the key. That's 3, and it is good for number 25 for the Duchesne Pioneers. Jackson to LaCour. LaCour on the top. Back to Lily. Lewis. Picorni. Dunks it down to Chowning. Up top to Jordan. Jordan looking to create off the dribble. Finds Chowning. Some attempted intercepted pass. Lewis gets the floater and the foul. It's going to be 2 shots from the charity stripe coming up. Jordan Lewis, a good player off the dribble. Really good at getting to the hoop and drawing a foul. Really good from the line this year. Looks like she's shooting about 36% from the line. First one clanks. She's good at getting those connections. If she can hit these points, charity stripe, just add to your totals, pad the lead, and that one does it as she points to the crowd. Second. She heaves it, and it doesn't even come close. End of the third quarter. The score is 48-18. The St. Charles West Warriors leading the Duchesne Pioneers. Welcome back to St. Charles West Warriors basketball. Coming on the floor for the Warriors, it looks like we've got number 11, Addie Block. Number 24, Cornisha Hun. Number 10, Coffee. Holds it up on the wing. Finds Wilson. Wilson to Block. Block on the high post. Wilson dunks it low. With a fake from Block. Almost had her on skates there. Oh, just short. She wanted that, but Brooke made sure they got it. I don't know if there's a stat for putback points, but gosh darn it, Brooke Wilson has a lot of them, let me tell you. Rebound for the Warriors. Coffee controls it. That's the kick out to Block. Block back to Coffee. She's slowing it up, and back to Block again. That's 1-2, 1-2. Oh, no, I'm not feeling it. Back to Brooke. Block. That's one dribble. Looked like something out of semi-pro there. Floater. Oh, the big board. And the putback. There it is. Those are 2 big points. For number 24, Cornisha Hun. Block with the hand up on the 3. Harmony Hudson with the rebound. Block brings it up. Finds Cornisha Hun. Hun to Coffee. Coffee back to Block. Block's going to slow it down, let the offense set up. Coffee finds her again. Oh, that was the same look. Got to travel on the Warriors. It's going to be Pioneer ball going the other way. Looks like the point guard forgot to bring the ball up for the Pioneers. There we go. Now we're rolling. McCracken with the mid-range shot. No good. Hun with the rebound. Block wants to bring it up quick. Wilson sets up on the post. There's Coffee in the corner. Back to Hun. Swings it to Brooke. Brooke playing at the top of the key. Letting some of the young guns get some work underneath. And Brooks back on defense. The great wall. Oh, we've got a tie-up. Jump ball. It's going to go to Duchesne. And here come the 3 off the bench. They've been doing a lot of scoring off the bench for the St. Charles West Warriors this year. And they're just a great spark to bring off the bench. You got Jordan Lewis, Sarah Picorni, and Michaela Chowning. Chowning gets those big rebounds. Oh, Duchesne almost loses it. They hold on. Retain possession. But yeah, these 3 coming off the bench. Lewis great with her ball handling. Picorni a great role player. Great glue guy on the floor. Always where she needs to be. And Jordan Lewis just really, really quick in transition. Really good at getting to the foul line. Now the Warriors set up. Block in the corner inside the 3-point line. Kicks out to Chowning. Chowning for 2. Just short in the rebound from McCracken. Duchesne brings the ball up the other way. Picorni and Block setting up high. Picorni slides over to cover the ball. Long pass. Ruled not touched by the Warriors. Out on the Pioneers. St. Charles West is going to take it the other way. Jordan Lewis brings it up for the St. Charles West Warriors. Kicks it to Hun. Hun down to Block. Block, they're giving her space. They want her to shoot it. I don't know why. There's Hun back to Lewis. Oh, Lewis back to Hun. Finds Chowning high post. Quick pass to Block. That's some good ball movement. Good find on the opposite side. Giving her space. High screen from Chowning. Chowning holds up. Finds Picorni in the corner. Picorni with the long pass to Lewis. Lewis drives. Pulls up. That's a floater. Contact. No call. Duchesne with the rebound. Going back the other way. Duchesne really looking to do something. You can't just roll over like this. You need to find ways to score. That's a drive contact and a foul called on the bump by Chowning. Looked like more of a hip bump than a personal foul, but a call is a call. Who doesn't like a little physical defense, though, am I right? Now there are 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. The clock will run down as the Pioneers take these free throws. The current score is 52-18. St. Charles West leads. I wouldn't call it a nail biter, and I don't know if I'm allowed to call it a blowout. She sinks the second one. Lily Jackson's checked in to run the point for the St. Charles West Warriors. A good young prospect, good ball handler. She's already knocked down one three-pointer tonight. Oh, and the foul called. St. Charles West going to the line once again. Number 42, Harmony Hudson, at the line. And the first one is up and off the back of the rim. This year, Harmony Hudson has played in 4 games, and in those 4 games, she's averaging about 3 rebounds a game. I'm sure she's not getting too many minutes. She's just out here to show up and play her part for the Warriors. She's been getting some big boards. She's been getting to the line, shutting down on defense. She's looking like she wants to do what Brooke Wilson does in these next couple of years. St. Charles West with the tight perimeter defense, even with a minute on the clock. They are playing this game till the end. They want the win. This is not a fun rivalry. Well, it is for us, maybe not for them. Here we go. The Warriors are swinging it around the top of the key. Looks like Duchesne's offense, except they're trying to milk the clock. The drive and desperation floater off the rim. Rebound for the Warriors. There's a dive for the ball. Lily Jackson playing some tight defense with the tipped pass. Oh, and the block. Wow. The St. Charles West Warriors are playing this to the end. They're even running in transition. Lily with the mid-range. It's a little long. 16 seconds left on the clock. Might as well let this one run down. 52-19. Our final score here. There's a foul called. Looks like the Pioneers are going to the line, but the clock is still running. Oh, and it stops with 1.5 seconds left. As I said, 52-19. Duchesne able to make some redemption points here, but I can't say it's going to matter in the long run. That's one. They made 20. They broke 20. I don't know how many teams have broke 20 on our defense this year, but with Brooke Wilson and all those long arms in there, it's really hard to say that it would be that much more. Now, a big win for the Lady Warriors, 52-20 over the Duchesne Pioneers. This matchup was not a close one. It was a dominant and confident win for the St. Charles West Warriors. I'm Kyle McBride. Thank you very much. Test one. Test one. Good afternoon and welcome to St. Charles West Warriors basketball. Today we've got a matchup between the Duchesne Pioneers and the St. Charles West Warriors. These two teams have been playing for years. A few years ago they played even more during league play, but with a recent conference change, they line up only once a year, and that is this time. A lot of seniors on both teams tonight. Some of them have been playing each other for many, many years. With players like Will Schwendeman, Will Sullentrop, Jack O'Brien for the Duchesne Pioneers, all coming up and playing heavy minutes developmentally for the varsity team these past couple years. Since then, the Duchesne Pioneers have lost many, many strong players. They've lost all of the Moores, the Lowensteins. Just last year they lost, I think it was their entire starting five except one player, including Jack Dempsey, Ben Norwine, Louis DeGentz, and quite a few other players as well. This Duchesne team really looking to liven itself up this year. They need a new offensive game with a lot of players coming up who have not played much at all before this year. Now stats for the Duchesne Pioneers. Looks like our highest three-point shooting player on the team is Jack O'Brien. Jack O'Brien's put up 83 shots that were good from three this season. Looks like he's shooting with about a percentage of 38%, making 83 of 215 attempts. He likes to put it up from deep. That's someone to watch for tonight. Another player to watch is Will Sullentrop, a tall, lanky center for the Duchesne Pioneers. He'll be matching up with big John Wilson underneath. That is going to be a battle on the block. Let me tell you about it now. As the pregame festivities wrap up, the Warriors line up. Got Coach Steinhoff, Coach Jackson lined up at half, and they are waiting. The Warriors look excited. Not a peep from the Pioneers. And here comes the starting lineup for the Duchesne Pioneers. 5'9", freshman, number 23, Ryan Gangwars. 6'4", junior, number 15, Mitchell DeGentz. 5'10", senior, number 5, William Schwendeman. Number 13, also a senior, Jack O'Brien, the biggest perimeter threat for the Warriors. And there he is, big Will Sullentrop, also on the starting lineup. That is a power punch lineup. Let's see what they can do. And here we are, the St. Charles West Warriors starting five. Number 54, big John Wilson. There he is. There he is. 6'4", senior, number 1, Clark the Shark Henderson. Leading the team in rebounds and blocks. Does the big man's job in that lanky body. Number 10, 1,000 points and more on his career for the Warriors. Number 10, Trent Champagne. Number 23, Choppa Chigs, Clayton Higgins. And the dirty 30, number 30, Josh Anderson. There they are. Those are our boys. That is our St. Charles West Warriors lineup. Let's get ready for tip-off. Clayton Higgins and Will Sulentrop in the tip-off circle, ready for this jump ball. This is going to be an exciting, fast-paced game of basketball. The Pioneers in blue and the Warriors in white. Ball bounces, whistle blown, and Chiggs with it. Trent Champagne holding the ball at the top of the key for the Warriors. He's clamped by DeGents. Schwindeman's on 30. Champagne drives baseline off Big John. 30 saves it. That's Josh Anderson. He's controlling it up top. Hand off to Trent. Trent's going to reset. DeGents trying to keep his feet set, not giving Champagne much space to work with. Clark the Shark Henderson with the ball. Back to Champagne. Finds Big John. There's that block battle up and under. Oh, we've got an offensive foul called on John Wilson. Number 54. That's debatable. Didn't think you could throw a charge with your back turned, but that's the call. Schwendeman against the ginger guard combo. Finds O'Brien deep. O'Brien off to Sulentrop. Sulentrop gets the quick off to the freshman. Schwendeman sets up on the top to O'Brien. Some clamps by the Warriors. They are not giving them space no matter how far off the three-point line they are. There's 30. Dirty on Schwendeman. Chiggs drops down. Sulentrop pulls up, passes out of the shot. 30 overcommits. Schwendeman, Sulentrop, the drive. Step. O'Brien's open. One more to Schwendeman. Back to O'Brien. They cannot find a shot. Pump fake from 3. The student section giving the "Here we go Warriors" chant as Sulentrop wets one to silence the student section. Champagne brings it up. Let's see if we can give them one of our own. Wilson with the screen. Finds the Shark. Henderson dribbles, crosses over, beats the freshman up. Off the rim. Schwendeman with the rebound. He's going to control it. He's got that quick pace. Finds O'Brien. He wanted the spot up. Does not take it. O'Brien to the freshman in the corner. Off the back rim. That's Josh Anderson with the rebound. Josh Anderson behind the back. Uses the screen. John rolls. And we've got a foul called on number 5, Will Schwendeman, on the play. It's going to be St. Charles West ball at the half. The Pioneers look like they're setting up an a man-to-man offense, hoping to keep tight clamps on the Warriors tonight with a lot of scoring options. And O'Brien with the block underneath. Clark looking for the call, confused, but he still sets up in front of Sulentrop. Sulentrop controls. He loses the ball, but he finds DeGents on the top of the key. O'Brien cutting. No pass. Ginger to Ginger. DeGents to Schwendeman. Down to the freshman, number 23. Finds O'Brien. O'Brien kicks out to DeGents. DeGents to Sulentrop. Sulentrop turns. He's looking. Post spin. DeGents skip pass. That's another three-point attempt. Off the rim. The rebound goes to Choppa Chiggs. Clayton Higgins. Josh Anderson brings it up. Quick cross. Spin move. Hesitates. That was jelly. Just off the front of the rim. O'Brien finds Sulentrop. Sulentrop strides. Crosses over. O'Brien back to Sulentrop. Sulentrop finds O'Brien. He goes up with it. Big John comes down with the rebound, though. 0-3 the score with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first quarter. St. Charles West looking for some offense, looking for that first 2 points. O'Brien looked like he didn't want to guard Champagne on that one. He was getting out of the way. Oh, Big John almost pulls up. He's got the hop step. He goes in. He pushes him. That's and one. Big John. He said, "This is my court." And the steal, the Warriors looking to rally here. A few quick points, hopefully. Trent crosses over. Finds 30. 30 from the corner. Oh, that looked like money. Oh, he's down. We've got a push. Looks like Sulentrop just lost his feeding. There's going to be a push. It's called on Clayton Higgins. And Duchesne is going to throw the ball in for the Pioneers. Not really sure what's going on there. Now Schwendeman controls it, number 5 for the Pioneers. Will Schwendeman's played 24 games for the Pioneers and put up 69 points in those games. And he just finds Sulentrop. And we've got another foul called on Clayton Higgins once again. But I don't think I saw him leave his feet. There was no excessive contact. That's just physical defense. We don't play soft basketball around here. Quick pass to Duchesne back to Sulentrop, who inbounded the ball. Sulentrop finds Schwendeman. Schwendeman kicks it. Quick drive, free throw line, back to O'Brien. O'Brien finds Duchesne. Neither team making a sub so far with 3 minutes left. The score is 2-3. Sulentrop with the pull-up and the fade. No good, off the rim. Clark the Shark brings it back up the other way. He crosses over. Trent slows it up top. He's looking for somebody. Sportsman's wide in the corner there, disrespecting him. They need a hand. The drive doesn't look for the dish, goes up with it. They try to draw a foul. No call, and Duchesne gets the rebound. Sulentrop screen for Schwendeman. Schwendeman drives. Gets contact. Block called on Trent Champagne. Will Schwendeman is going to the line for 2 shots from the charity stripe. Brendan Sportsman checked in for Clayton Higgins after that first and second foul, both committed by Clayton in the first half. Another one there by Trent that sends Schwendeman to the free throw line, and he clanks his first one. Now, despite Schwendeman's short size, I actually went to grade school with him. He used to be pretty chubby. He's lost some weight, and he is now the starting point guard for the Duchesne Pioneers. Used to play a lot of driveway basketball with that kid. He can ball. Oh, and the Shark, he's got space underneath, and he lays it in. You cannot give the Warriors space underneath. When you have Will Sulentrop, you need him protecting the rim. He cannot be leaving. And Schwendeman throws it to himself with no travel called. Anderson with his hands in the air, confused. They still can't get the 3. The Shark saves it back to his fellow senior Trent Champagne. Champagne with the dime to Sportsman. Sportsman goes up for the reverse, but John's fighting for it. Dive by Sportsman. Champagne controls it. The Shark with the fake pass, drives on Schwendeman. Foul called. Is it on the floor? He's shooting 2. Clark Henderson headed to the line for 2 shots from the stripe. Foul called on Will Schwendeman, his second foul of the night. Clark's first attempt from the line puts the Warriors up 5-4 with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in this first period of play. Lucas Wade checking in for the St. Charles West Warriors. On the floor currently is Trent Champagne, Josh Anderson, Brendan Sportsman, Clark the Shark, Henderson, as well as Lucas Wade. Now Duchesne controlling it. Duchesne yet to make a sub so far, really running their starters for the entirety of this first quarter. The only players not to leave the floor for the Warriors are experienced veterans and seniors. Josh Anderson, Clark Henderson, and Trent Champagne, and that is a turnover for the Pioneers. It's Warriors ball going the other way. The first check-in for the Duchesne Pioneers, number 20, checking in for Will Schwendeman. Will Schwendeman taking a seat after committing 2 fouls in this first half. Both teams struggling to get it going on offense. That are both teams really having a good night on defense. Dirty 30 with the turnaround jumper. No good. Schwendeman off the floor now. So Sulentrop is bringing the ball up, the biggest guy on the floor. Really looks like the Pioneers are trying to utilize some small ball, with Sullentrup really being an undersized center. Doesn't have the strength of John Wilson, or really even, I wouldn't think, the jumping ability of Clark Henderson. Clark the Shark really able to get off the floor. Got a good vertical, very active hands. Some great defensive players for the Warriors, as we just cannot give Duchesne a shot. And the step and charge on Will Sullentrup. Sportsman gets the call. Charge card going that way. Sullentrup does not look happy. He's talking to the ref about it. And the ref's like, yeah, you put your shoulder down. That's a charge. Get back on defense. Sullentrup unhappy, but the Warriors with the ball. Clark the Shark Henderson inbounding to Trent Champagne. Champagne, as I previously said, with his career 1,000th point earlier this year. Champagne's been a solid contributor for the Warriors since he joined the school and enrolled his freshman year 4 years ago. And he plans to finish strong as he gets a foul going up, and he's going to have 2 shots at the line, leaving 46 seconds left on the clock for the Pioneers going the other way. And Trent Champagne clanks his first of 2. Checking in for the Warriors, the Mad Ant-Man, Anthony Lemons checked in for Josh Anderson. Number 12, Anthony Lemons, setting up back. Him and Brendan Sportsman are an exciting pair that I am excited to see how they play next year. With a lot of seniors leaving the lineup, it's going to be rough. And another player checking in for the St. Charles West Warriors. Number 35, Darius DeCarlos checking in for Trent Champagne. Only starter left on the floor is Clark Henderson. Darius DeCarlos locking up. Clark with the clamps goes for the steal on O'Brien. O'Brien uses the screen. Screen pops. Down to Sullentrup. Turnaround jumper. Off the rim. Sportsman with the rebound. Clark slows it down. Lets the offense breathe a little. Looks like the defense needs it more than them. 18 seconds. Winding down. We want a smart shot with the lead. 6-4. St. Charles West going into the end of this first quarter. Clark keeps carrying. 7 seconds. 6. Drives. Out to Sportsman for 3. It's good! Sportsman. Wet 3. End the quarter. That's how we do it. That is Warriors brand basketball. And that is 3 points for the flow god, Brendan Sportsman himself. And to start the second quarter, the St. Charles West Warriors lead the Duchesne Pioneers 9-4. The Warriors in white and the Pioneers in blue. Looks like it's going to be Duchesne ball coming out against the Ginger Guard combo to Will Schwindeman, to O'Brien. Haven't seen any threes from O'Brien. He's leading the Pioneers in three-point attempts on the season. Looks like Josh Anderson's doing a real good job of keeping him locked up. Zone defense for the Warriors. These rotations with Trent Champagne in the middle. Josh Anderson with the quick rebound. Gets Trent the ball. Sportsman sets up in the opposite corner. Big John on the high post. Clark's fighting around on the post. Trent drives through 2. Up. Jelly. And it's in. That just rolled beautifully for Trent Champagne. He knows how these rims work. Against a Sullentrup to O'Brien inside. O'Brien with his first 2 points of the night. Not a single three-point attempt. Score is 11-6. St. Charles West leading. Looking to double team Trent. Trent just moves right through, gives John the shot, up and in. 2 points for Big John Wilson with the assist from Trent Champagne. Schwendeman locked up top. Solentrop gets it, quick to the corner. Number 23 off the back of the rim. A lot of big guys with the ball in the air. Loose ball. Sportsman gets it, goes up, and he misses. Fluffs the layup. I thought he might even dunk it, but we've got a foul called on number 2 for the St. Charles West Warriors, Brendan Sportsman. He missed a layup, and then somehow that's a foul. I don't get it. Anyway, we've got Duchesne controlling the ball. Finds Solentrop on the opposite side at the top. Back to Duchesne. Duchesne looking to create around the perimeter. Got Solentrop moving in the base, but they put 2 on him. Duchesne 30 with the... Oh, we've got a foul on Josh Anderson going up. Mitchell Duchesne is going to have 2 shots from the free throw line. And these starters are back in for the Duchesne Pioneers. You have seen very little substitution play. Really wearing on these starters. Looks like the score isn't reflecting too great of the strategy. Now, Duchesne with his first one. That's off the front of the rim and in. Duchesne sets up for his second. And he is 2 for 2 from the line. Trent Champagne brings the ball up for the St. Charles West Warriors. Trent attacks, finds Big John. John with the post move and a dime to Brendan Sportsman in the corner. We've got a foul on the floor. Looks like a reach, and it's going to be St. Charles West ball underneath the basket. And we've got number 4 checking in for the St. Charles West Warriors. Number 4, Josh Knoll, the freshman who's playing with the big boys. We've got a timeout, White. St. Charles West, we'll talk it over. We'll be right back after this. And we are back. Clark Henderson with the ball, hands it off to Trent. Trent does some fancy moves up and under, and that is a floated ball up off the backboard and in. 2 points, Trent Champagne. So far tonight, we've seen Will Solentrop put up a couple moves, a couple big shots from the post. He's trying to get physical, but I don't think John's really letting him get around him. He doesn't have the length and the mobility when you've got someone just as big and just as strong behind him. And John Wilson really looking like he's built to play football, but he is one gosh darn good defender. O'Brien to Duchesne. Duchesne finds Solentrop. Solentrop pulls up, and that is a travel. You can't shoot it at the floor and then start dribbling. That's not how it works. St. Charles West ball. A shout out to everyone tuning in our live stream all over the Missouri area, and my aunt and uncle tuning in from Oregon. And there's a timeout. Duchesne. Looks like the Warriors and Pioneers are going to talk it over. We'll be right back after this. In the St. Charles West student section, given the classic talk it over, really telling the Pioneers that they need to figure something out. With this recent run by the St. Charles West Warriors, they have separated the gap. It was a 1-point game at the end of the first, and it is now 15-8. St. Charles West pulling away. The Pioneers, let's see who they send out. And they're bringing their starters back on the floor once again. I think we've only seen about a 7-man rotation so far tonight from the Pioneers and Coach. The Warriors to throw the ball in. Trent Champagne. Josh Anderson, a.k.a. the Dirty 30, controlling the ball. Dumps it off. 2 men on Champagne trying to... Oh, and Sulentrop hits the floor. It's like Wilson's just a little too strong for him in there. Yeah, that is a block battle, and it's going to be one all night, and that is money from 3. Clark Henderson, a.k.a. Clark the Shark, with the dagger. And Schwendeman with the moves, gets 30 on his feet. Kicks it down to Duchesne. Finds Sulentrop. John still sitting on him. 30 with the help. He's got 3 men on him, and he still puts up the shot. Schwendeman back to Sulentrop. Will to Will. That is a swat. Will Sulentrop just got stuffed like a Thanksgiving turkey. Wow. And the St. Charles West Warriors student section chanting, "You're too little," at the already very tall Will Sulentrop, just because he can't seem to make it happen against John Wilson. He is shutting him down. No points for Sulentrop so far, and that post hook looked like it was out of desperation. John with the mid-range. He's feeling confident, but it clanks. Josh Anderson gets the rebound, sets it up top. Clark the Shark finds Braden Faust. Champagne with the spot up from 3, and again, that is money. Everything the Warriors are putting up looks like it's finding the bottom of the net, and Duchesne cannot find a way to stop it. Sulentrop now playing on the perimeter, cannot get into the post with Big John on the floor. O'Brien with the drive, and swatted by Clark the Shark Henderson. He put it out of bounds again, just like John Wilson did on that previous play. That is exciting. That is how you get your team hyped up and ready to play. The student section getting loud. Sulentrop back to Schwendeman. Schwendeman behind the back. 30 is clamping him. Wilson against with some space, doesn't do anything with it, just passes it off. Sulentrop to against in the post with his back to Champagne. Schwendeman around, back up top. Duchesne really cannot find an open shot, and that is tipped out of bounds by John Wilson. Duchesne just struggling here to find any sort of spark on offense. They need a score. They need to find a weakness in this Warriors defense, and they are not. The score currently 21-8 with 3 minutes left in the first half. Schwendeman with the mid-range air ball out of bounds. Air ball, air ball, chanted from the stands. Will Schwendeman not shaken by the cheers of the student section. He's still posting up on 30. Thinks he can shut him down. Trent drives, pulls up. Up and under, gets the pass off to John. John just strolls into the paint, turns around and lays it in. It's just too easy for him underneath. He's a football player playing basketball. That's all it is. Plain and simple, he is too big and too strong for this Pioneers defense. And 30 sets up, block called, gives the and one. Solentrop headed to the line. That's his first conversion of the night. And he's going to get a chance to tack one more on from the charity stripe with this. Second team foul. We're going to have Trent make sure the floor is nice and dry. Doesn't want anyone falling. What a nice guy. And Trent passes it to Stancil. Stancil to Bueller. And the towel is back on the bench. There it is. Josh Knoll, the freshman, number 4, out here playing varsity like he's going to for 4 more years. That same number that's on the back of his jersey. Solentrop sets up for his point after. And he sinks it. 1 for 1 from the line tonight. Those are the first points for the Pioneers in a while, it seems like, this quarter. Braden Faust getting it. Finds Knoll. It's a young pair right there that we like to see play. We like to see what they can do. They're going to be doing it for the next few years right here. Oh, Braden with the 3. Solentrop wants to push it. Looks like the rest of the Pioneers are waiting. He's just going to take it himself, and it is no good. I believe he is about 1 for 6 or 7 on the night with his 1 free throw as well. But there's a steal. He's trying to make something happen for these Pioneers, and I respect it. He's hustling. He's open. He's taking the shots. Finds O'Brien. That's an assist. Solentrop stepping his game up there. He really, really wants to do something against this Warrior defense. Now, Trent sets up. Eyes out the defense. What great playmaking ability. He knows where to be on the floor with or without the ball. Great positioning, great basketball IQ. Champagne controls it. Off to Knoll. Clark finds the corner. Braden finds Clark. Clark gives one more back to Trent. 43 seconds on the clock. The score is 23-13. Warriors lead. Trent's holding it. Between his knees, he steps. Mitchell probably went way too far back for that jab step. Knoll. Oh, that's Faust. Faust to Knoll. Braden with the spot up. Money! He is a young blood who can shoot the ball. He is Braden Faust. Josh Wilson with the hand up. Solentrop says, if you can do it, so can I. Makes another 3 right back. Champagne from half. Off the backboard. That wraps up the first half here at St. Charles West. 26-16, a 10-point lead for the Warriors going in to the second half. I'm Kyle McBride, and I'll see you at the beginning of the next one. Hello and welcome back to another half of St. Charles West Warriors basketball. Currently at the end of the first half, the score is 26-16. St. Charles West leading the Duchesne Pioneers. So far in the first half, we've seen big impacts from Trent Champagne and John Wilson with his ability to shut down Will Sullentrop in the post, keeping him a quiet 3 or 4 points on the first half. Big John out here ready to do it again as the Warriors in white inbound the ball. Champagne dangles up top, finds Josh Anderson. The quick pass to John Wilson, and he slots it down to Choppa Chiggs. Clayton Higgins going to the line for 2 shots. The foul was on Jack O'Brien, number 13 for the Duchesne Pioneers. His first foul on the night, and the first team foul for the Pioneers on the quarter. Clayton's first is off the back of the rim. Gets dabbed up from all the boys on the court, and now confidently ready to sink his second. And there it is. That's 1 for 2 on that trip to the line from Clayton Higgins. Josh Anderson with the high pressure on Schwendeman. Schwendeman crossing, looking to create. Can't get the dirty 30 off of him. He tightens his pressure. Higgins now guarding Sullentrop with John Wilson on Mitchell Duchesne down low. Wilson comes for the help and leaves. Oh, there it is. Duchesne off the top. Clark the Shark. Looks like he might have tipped that one on the way up. Now Trent Champagne hesitates at the top of the key. He brings it back. John Wilson sets the screen. Sullentrop pops to help. And then it looks like he finds Clark on the wing. Oh, and that looked like it might be 3. Trent Champagne looking for the quick steal. Doesn't get it. Pioneers keep controlling it back to Schwendeman. Schwendeman fakes right, goes left. Finds the freshman in the corner, and that is no good for 3 once again from the Pioneers. Quick reminder, our score is 27-16 here in the third quarter. We've got 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Clark goes up, brings it down, gets the rebound. No foul called, but the block for Sullentrop puts it out of bounds. Henderson will now throw it in. Henderson blocked Sullentrop out of bounds just like that in the first quarter. You see Sullentrop buffing out his chest to line up against John Wilson. John's not having it. He frees up some space. We got the 30 holding it up top. Hands off to Trent. 1,000-point kid crosses over. Wilson with the screen. He rolls. Josh Anderson on the wing. Skip pass to Henderson. He's wide. Oh, and that's off the top. Out of bounds. Pioneers ball. Higgins puts in the layup just for fun. Because here at St. Charles West, we score points for fun. Now Schwendeman brings it up, and he's going to cross it over. Pass to his ginger guard compatriot, Mitchell Duchesne. Duchesne and Schwendeman, the 1 and 2 for the Pioneers. Both red-haired, both light-skinned, both very interesting players. Sullentrop got 2 Wills and 2 Gingers on the same team for the Pioneers. That must be confusing during film sessions, and that's a foul. Very, very little contact by Clayton Higgins. Called the foul. It's a 23 white push. They've kept it consistent. They don't want to see too much physical play. Doesn't seem to be bothering the Warriors as they lead 27-16 with 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in the third quarter. O'Brien to Duchesne. Duchesne drives, crosses over, finds Sullentrop. Fakes left, goes right, uses the screen from Duchesne. Beats 1, beats 2, passes, and Clark, the Shark, with the swat out of bounds. That is 2 blocks for him on the night. Land Shark right there. Active hands. Great defense from Clark Henderson. The senior The Warriors and white. Now Schwendeman to inbound. Finds Sullentrop long outside the three-point line. Against at the free throw. Finds Sully. Sully with the drive across. Duchesne looking for something. John Wilson beat out of the paint, but then Sullentrop finds the ground, gets the pass off. No shot clock, so they can just pass around for as long as they want. Schwendeman with the crossover almost loses it. Champagne not falling for it, and he throws it off of his own player's knee. Oh, looks like they're calling it off white. It's going to be blue ball again. This is a long possession for the Pioneers. Let's see if they can do something with these second and third chance points. Sullentrop. Schwendeman. Sully again. The Pioneers just cannot get through these St. Charles West Warriors. John locking down the paint and the long arms across, keeping the perimeter defense on lock, and that is St. Charles West Warriors ball. Turnover by Will Schwendeman, number 5 for the Pioneers. Now Champagne brings it up, scans the defense. He's looking for weakness. Hesitates. He's found it. Drives. Finds Wilson. Wilson with the little pump fake. Goes up and finishes. He has got some grace for such a big guy. Really light on his feet. Great post scorer. Great rim protector. Schwendeman beats him. Drives. Champagne sets up. Gets the charge. That's another charge for the Duchesne Pioneers. The Warriors now drawn 3. A lot of simple turnovers for the Pioneers tonight. Could be part of why this deficit on the scoreboard is looking like it is. 29-16, the Warriors lead. And that's a timeout. Coach Wade Bauslog for the Duchesne Pioneers not looking too happy. He's going to try to draw up some sort of offense to get past these Warriors defense. Clark Henderson with 3 blocks on the night. John Wilson with 2. 4 of those 5 all going out of bounds. Power plays really got the boys excited. Looks like the student section's keeping it loud during this timeout as Duchesne continues to talk it over and search for a weakness in this St. Charles West defense. Now, so far tonight, we've seen quite a few shots from Will Sullentrop, but he's actually a pretty consistent player. He's got a very, very good two-point field goal percentage with 54 from the floor, 135 for 247 attempts on the season. A lot of shots and a lot of makes. The Warriors are doing a really good job of suppressing him, making sure that he is not scoring at will with that height. They have the players to match him. And they're also doing a great job with those long-armed big guards like Clark, Trent, and Chiggs, keeping the long arms on the perimeter, really not allowing Duchesne to have a good three-point percentage on the night as well. Now Josh Anderson, Clark Henderson, Trent Champagne, John Wilson, and Clayton Higgins, your starting 5 back on the floor for the Warriors, looking to play some fun Warriors-branded basketball. Now Champagne controls, finds Chiggs up top. He backs down, finds Clark. A lot of fast passing. The Duchesne defense looks confused. Trent frees up from Duchesne. Looks like this passing is not doing well. Duchesne missing some rotations, trying to find an opportunity here. Looks like we're slowing it down again. John Wilson finds Henderson up top. Henderson fakes right, hands off to Anderson. Anderson to Champagne. Champagne finds Henderson. A lot of passing around the perimeter. Looks like we're playing with a lot of chemistry and a lot of clock milking. It is 3 minutes left in this quarter, And the score is 29-16. The Pioneers really unable to find much offense. And there it is. Trent Champagne. Big, big drive. Gets past his man. Gets the ball up and draws the foul. Chance for 3 points on one of the easiest shots you'll see all night. Oh, we've called it on the floor. Champagne's going to take it from out of bounds. Dabbing up Stancil there on the sideline. Trent finds Anderson on the quick pop. John Wilson backing down. Big Sullentrop underneath. Little screen and roll, freeing up Champagne. Got the whistle called. Whistle blown. Moving screen on 23, his third foul for Clayton Higgins. Looks like we're going to have Brendan Sportsman checking in, 6-man. Big flow guy, big-time flow guy, number 2, Brendan Sportsman. Huge jump shot, huge quickness on transition. Really, really great at keeping active hands on the ball. Whoever he's guarding usually doesn't do a lot of scoring. Let's see if he can have that impact off the bench tonight. They've got him locking up Will Sullentrop, the biggest guy on the floor, and he goes up, no basket. Foul called on John Wilson. The foul was on John Wilson. It's going to be Duchesne ball underneath the basket. Again, these teams played off for many, many years, and it's been a nice rivalry. A lot of fun from the fans and a lot of really competitive, fast-paced basketball being played tonight. We've got Coach Steinhoff and Coach Bauslog, respectively, for the Warriors and Pioneers. 2 well-respected high school coaches, both looking to battle out with their current pawns, kings, bishops, and knights. And your St. Charles West Warriors still controlling about 75% of possession, really doing a great job of taking smart shots. The shots they're taking are usually going in. We've got a lot of good players making sure that we've got good passing, a lot of assisted plays, a lot of points in the post for John Wilson. Let's see what the Warriors are going to do here. Oh, that's tipped. Sullentrop's got a 2-on-3. And he goes up. Looks like there's a block called on number 10, Trent Champagne. Second foul, 4th team foul for the Warriors. Sullentrop will be shooting 2 shots from the charity stripe for the Pioneers. If he hits both of these, he makes it an 18-29 game, making that double-digit deficit a little bit closer, and he misses the first one, leaving the Pioneers at 16. St. Charles West with the score of 29. And the second one, also no good. 0 for 2 on that trip to the line for Sullentrop. The Warriors boys getting a little fired up from the stands as Henderson crosses over up top, finds Champagne. Champagne to Sportsman. Sportsman, the smallest man on the floor, but not even our biggest ball handler. Second smallest behind Josh Anderson, but Josh Anderson has got a deadly 3-point shot that I want to see utilized more tonight. There's Henderson, finds Champagne. Champagne scans. He's searching for weakness. John Wilson, some unnecessary contact from about 4 feet outside the key, but John says, it's all right. I'm still bigger than him. Henderson in the corner, wants the shot, crosses over. Oh, he puts O'Brien on skates, but then he quickly dumps the ball off to Wilson and resets the offense. Smile on Josh Anderson's face. He thought that was funny. Some real fun basketball by the Warriors right now. 16 seconds on the clock in this third quarter. 2 men on Henderson, and he still holds the ball. They cannot take the ball from them if they wanted to. Long floater right back into the hands of the Warriors. Behind the back. Oh, he goes up and gets the foul. John Wilson with 0.3 seconds left. Wow, what a move. What a move. John Wilson with the big behind the back. Beats two Duchesne players. Meets Will Sullentrop on the block. Powers past him and gets the shot up, drawing the foul. 2 points with 0.3 seconds left on the clock. Can John make it a 31-16 point game by hitting both of these with 0.3 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter? That's one front, back, and off. And we've got a substitution with 0.3 seconds left on the floor. Henderson and Champagne both stepping off the floor. Lucas Wade, the Mad Ant-Man Anthony Lemons, also checking in. Lucas Wade with the quick pressure, and there's the buzzer. That sub seemed worth it to me. That is the end of the third quarter here at St. Charles West. The Warriors lead the Pioneers 30-16. Welcome back to Tuesday night basketball with the Warriors. Duchesne has possession to begin the fourth quarter. Now the score 30-16, the Warriors lead. Pioneers hope to mount a late comeback. We'll see what they can do. They need to come out with some energy. The same five players that have been on the floor, it seems like, all night. Touch again, Will Schwindeman, Will Sullentrop, Nathan DeGents, Jack O'Brien. All starters for the Pioneers. Sullentrop trying to do something, and 30 got the clamps. 30 is not getting off of his back. He said, I'm not too small. I'm just as big. Now the Warriors come opposite way. Trent goes up. Little jelly in the air, and the soft finish to give the Warriors 32 points here in the fourth quarter. Sullentrop spins, post move, up, loses the ball. Sportsman opposite end, and a pretty little floater. He rose up, looked like he hung in the air for a little bit, and just drops it in. That is another 2 points for the Warriors to make it 34-16. 1 minute gone in the fourth quarter, and 4 points already scored by the St. Charles West Warriors. A quick timeout by the Pioneers to try to slow down this already hot offense. Let's see what they will do. See if they have any idea or any way to stop John in the post or Clark and Trent on the attack from the perimeter, as well as those nice pull-up jumpers. And that is the end of the timeout for the Duchesne Pioneers. Back on the floor is their starting five, and the Warriors have got Trent Champagne, Clark Henderson, Josh the Dirty 30 Anderson, Big John Wilson, and Brendan Sportsman on the floor. A strong lineup. Looking like they're trying to stay defensive and long, as well as getting a little help from Anderson on the perimeter. And that's a pull-up. Another corner three for the Pioneers. I don't think I've seen a single one of them fall. It's not a hot spot for them tonight. The Shark, oh, he wanted that. Shoot it, Youngblood. Again, Clark finds Big John. Big John wanted to see Sportsman in the post. He finds him up top instead. On the handoff to the Dirty 30. The low cross. The hesitation. He drives. Euro up. Oh, almost in. John Wilson looking for the rebound. Mitchell DeGents will secure it. Finds Sullentrop. Get it out to O'Brien. Still no three-point attempts from O'Brien tonight, but there's one for Sullentrop, and it clanks off the front iron. Another rebound for John Wilson. Trent crosses. Finds John on the pick and roll. That is easy. Sullentrop slaps the backboard out of anger. It'd be like that sometimes, but not if your name is John Wilson. What a performance. Quick three. There's O'Brien from three finally. Off both rims and a foul called. Got the foul on 35. 35, Will Sullentrop. That's his third foul of the night and fifth team foul. Connor Box checking in to Duchesne Pioneers. His first time touching the floor tonight. And Clark Henderson cherry picking underneath the basket. Points to Trent. Thanks for the 2 points. Let's play some defense. Against the box. Box to Sullentrop. Oh, he drives, and Anderson just takes it right out of his hands. Apparently, that's a jump ball. We had shared possession. Anderson wanted the steal. It's going to be white ball anyway. Duchesne looking like they're trying to apply a little pressure in the front court, just like West did at the beginning of this game. Looks like it might be a little more effective for the Warriors. They just kind of hopped right through. Few quick passes. Champagne hesitates. He finds Sportsman. Sportsman to 30. That's a three. Money. Josh Anderson, Dirty 30 with the dagger. 41 points for the St. Charles West Warriors. 16 for the Duchesne Pioneers. And they are not taking their foot off the gas as Josh Anderson goes for the steal. Sullentrop tries to find something in the post. A deep three from O'Brien. 2 attempts on the night and a personal foul for Will Sullentrop. Offers a hand to John Wilson. Some good sportsmanship shown. I appreciate that. It's 4 fouls for him on the night. 6 fouls for the team. Clark's checking. Looks like we need some towel work. The boys are on it. Here comes Bueller. Bueller with the towel, and we are secure. Bueller is cleaning it up. What a guy, Jack Bueller. Always on it. Josh Anderson with that little corner three there to make it 41 points for the Warriors. There's 4 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the second half. St. Charles West Warriors are leading the Pioneers 41-16. An amazing offensive showing from the Pioneers, and what a defensive showing as well from Clark Henderson, John Wilson, and Clayton Higgins, Choppa Chiggs, all with some big deflections, big blocks, a lot of steals, a lot of transition points. The Warriors have been making it look easy for themselves tonight. And God, are they making it hard for these Pioneers to score some points. 16 on the night. That's 8 made shots if they're all 2-pointers. 8. And the quick swing around between our 3-guard triangle. We got Champagne. Drives, gets fouled, goes to the line, gets us some points. That's how it goes. That's how Trent got to 1,000 on his career in a St. Charles West uniform. Keeping it simple and making the big plays when it matters. John Wilson stepping in. Him and Clark looking to maybe secure an offensive rebound here. Can't get a rebound if you don't miss. That's what Trent says. Trent dribbles twice, shoots, swishes. It's almost automatic for Trent Champagne from the line. On the season, Trent Champagne shooting 80% from the free throw line. Like I said, it's almost automatic. And Will Sullentrop backs him down, gets the desperation and one, and makes it 18 points for the Pioneers. They might just break 20. Up and in for Sullentrop. The Pioneers looking to pressure high. And again, it's just too easy to swing it around our 3 guards on the floor. They can't make it 4 when you count Brendan Sportsman. It was a good idea. Pass was a little ahead of him. Sends the ball sailing out of bounds, and we've got the Pioneers coming it the other way. Lou Sportsman wants the high pressure. He's not going to give him an inch past that 3-point line. The drive turns and goes back the other way. He's just got to put that up. He had a layup. And O'Brien drives. He gets it, the fake. Into DeGents, up, and clanks around the rim. John Wilson with the rebound again. 43-19 as the clock runs down. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in this matchup between two teams with a nice storied history. Now Anderson with the drive, tongue out, floater. That was nice. Little Michael Jordan action. God, he makes it look fun. Brendan Sportsman, fundamental defense. I think Greg Popovich would want him on his team. Oh, and 30 playing rough defense on DeGents. They keep their foot on the gas. This is just like the varsity girls did previous game. They did not stop playing until the final buzzer. And looks like Sullentrop is doing the same thing. He gets Duchesne over 20 points, makes it 21-45 on the little fader. Back to Champagne. Press is beat. Oh, Clark loses it. Sully's running. He just wants the points. He gets another fade. And 3 Duchesne players standing underneath. Second chance points. Sullentrop again. Might be a little too late, but he's fighting, and I got to respect him for it. John saw Sportsman making a clean cut to the basket on the back end, and he said, nah, I can't do it to him. I can't do it to him. So instead, Clark the Shark swings it to Champagne. Champagne with the drive, no travel, and then him getting up is a travel. Switch a pivot. Reestablishment of a pivot foot, whatever you want to call it. But it looked like he got pushed. Minute 50 on the clock, and it really looks like this one might be over. Started close, ended the first quarter 5-4. But the Warriors proved themselves a stronger, more consistent team while utilizing their bench. Austin Kemp getting the steal. Garbage time, he's in, he wants the dunk. And an unnecessary foul. Austin doesn't even touch the floor, gets fouled, and puts him back. Now, this is garbage time. There's a minute and 42 seconds left, and you are up by 20. Are they going to call that a flagrant foul? Did he go for the ball? Refs are discussing it. Looks like they're clearing. Austin Kemp a little confused. I think he wanted to just put him on a poster and be done with it, but instead he decided to foul, so we'll draw out this minute 42. And a flagrant foul is called. Did not look like he attempted at the ball there. Austin Kemp wanted to put him on a poster. All he could do was foul him. Flagrant foul. And Austin Stepp misses the first free throw with the cleared paint. And puts number 2 short. A little shaken up, but he is strong. He did not fall down. He ate that foul. And actually, and we've got a double technical. Also a technical on Austin Kemp. Not super sure what exactly went down here, but we've got 2 free throws for the Warriors and 2 free throws for the Pioneers. Pioneers make 1, Warriors make 0. Score is still 45-24, and now it will be Pioneers ball. Not 100% sure what happened there, but play goes on. A drive. He gets up, and he leaves his feet, drops the ball, and the ref's hand goes up for a foul. Looks like number 23 for the Duchesne Pioneers is headed to the line. Trent Champagne committed the foul there. That's 3 on the night. Number 23 is Ryan Gankars, and he's shooting 66% from the line this season. That's 1 clank, and here comes Ant-Man, Anthony Lemons, subbing in for Clark the Shark Henderson. Clark with a great night, multiple blocks, and a handful of rebounds. Braden Faust, Josh Knoll, and Randall Jimerson all checking in for the Warriors. Looks like we're going to give some young guns some minutes here. Minute 30 to play around and have a little bit of fun. On the floor, at the 1, Braden Faust. At the 2, Josh Knoll. At the 3, Anthony Lemons. At the 4, Randall Jimerson. And at the 5, Austin Kemp. Now Ryan with the second free throw attempt. Misses that one as well. Randy with the rebound. And he is on the board. Knoll with the cross. Finds Ant-Man. Oh, he's wide for 3. He's still wide open. They don't want to guard him. Oh, and Randy fighting for it. There's Kemp. That's Kemp's ball. That's Kemp's ball. White ball. Those are the 2 players that the flagrant or technical fouls were called on earlier. Both with a loose ball scuffle. Looks like it's going to be Warriors ball. Minute 17 on the clock. 26-point deficit for the Pioneers. And as much as you hate to hear it, as a Warrior, it's the best feeling. Those are the stomps, the claps, the victory celebrations as the clock winds down. Big nights for the Warriors. Got the second team getting some minutes here. Austin Kemp getting it. Really, really wanted that poster. And there's Braden. Braden's got a shot from 3, that's for sure. Randy Jimerson, an athletic player, really good on the screen and roll and really good on the rebound putback. Great offensive rebounder, great role player. He's going to do great things for the Warriors next year. There's Kemp. And a travel called. Looks like it's going to be Pioneers ball the other way. 28 seconds. Clock runs down. Pioneers still with 1 starter in, the rest looking like a pretty young team. Both teams agreeing that let's get some young blood some work. A little floater for Ryan Oscar, and that is good. He's missed about 5 corner threes, but he's got that floater in the bag with 7 seconds left. Now Anthony Lemons clutches the ball. Time runs out, and that is it. The St. Charles West Warriors have toppled the Duchesne Pioneers 45-26. What a matchup, what a game. Clark Henderson, Trent Champagne, Clayton Higgins, all with big nights, all with big blocks. And the Warriors with a big dub. I'm Kyle McBride. Thank you very much.